Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of This Week in History. I'm Alexandra Schneider. Thank you so much for joining me. This week in 1917, Mr. and Mrs. Armour hosted a dinner party for 14 employees of Melody Farm who had recently enlisted in the nation's armed forces. At the dinner party, each of the 14 were gifted with a comfort kit filled with all the things a soldier would need, put together by Mrs. Armour herself. Also included was a wristwatch, a significant amount of funds to help the soldiers get by as they traveled, and a letter of introduction from Mr. Armour to his managers in London and Paris, asking them to help the young men with whatever they might need while they were abroad. In addition, all the individuals were promised that their positions would be waiting for them when they got back from the war. And in 1925, a snarky Lake Forest journalist noted that had Elmer Cox's brains been working slightly faster than his mode of transport, he may have escaped police custody after robbing the cash register at the Blue Ribbon filling station on Northwestern Avenue. Cox, whose real name was George Walters, was biking to Milwaukee when he found his bicycle in need of repair and his wallet in need of cash. When the station attendant went to grab a tool to help him with the repairs, Cox emptied the contents of the cash drawer and fled. However, as he was on a bicycle that apparently wasn't working very well and took the main road out of town, he was quickly and easily apprehended by the police and brought to the Lake County Jail. And in 1936, Lake Forester celebrated the release of a new musical album by the Victor Record Company, dedicated to the memory of Big Spider Beak. The set consisted of several records, including Mississippi Mud, Sugar, You Took Advantage of Me, and From Monday On, and featured numerous swing stylists, including Beiderbecke himself, Jimmy and Tommy Dorsey, Benny Goodman, Gene Krupa, and Bing Crosby. The record came with a special booklet highlighting the life of Big Spider Beak and a careful analysis of each of the records. Bix was a former Lake Forest Academy student and a pioneer of jazz music. Though he played several instruments, he rose to fame for his work as a cornetist. When his parents had sent him to Lake Forest Academy in the early 20s, they had hoped that attention to his studies would curb his enthusiasm for jazz music. The opposite proved to be the case. The close proximity to Chicago was too big of a temptation, and Bix neglected his studies in favor of spending time in Chicago speakeasies and jazz clubs. And there you have it. That's This Week in History. Thank you so much for joining me, and be sure to check out the History Center website for more great content.